This is Get Real and Heal for Type A women executives and entrepreneurs, where we discuss all things emotional healing and the relationships with yourself, your man, and your money. I'm your host, Jamila McMallow, wife, mother, certified cognitive behavioral therapy practitioner, mindset and relationship expert with over 20 years coaching and mentoring experience. I know that when you're the one that everyone else leans on, the leader and the trailblazer, it can be difficult to let your guard down, be vulnerable, and tend to your own emotions. So I hope today's discussion will allow you a moment to experience a life-changing realization, perhaps even a transformation. So let's begin and get real and heal. So today I want to talk about something that everybody, worries about from time to time, or sometimes all the time, and that is money. Our relationship with money is such a big deal. It has such a huge impact on our lives, right? It affects everything because we need money to live. We've got to pay for the goods and services that we need. We use it to buy the things that we want. It's what we get in exchange for our energy and skills and efforts, etc. But the truth is, most people have so much fear around money. And it really doesn't ever completely go away, no matter how much money that you make, okay? The key is that you learn how to take action despite that fear, okay? It's that you change your beliefs to the certainty that money is always flowing to you, because you understand that the fear is just a feeling. Because you understand that there are always people making and spending money at all times. I mean, think about it. Do Gucci and Prada ever go on sale or out of business? No. Does the Maserati dealership ever have an end of the month blowout sale, or we're, taking any trade in or whatever? No. You don't even see them have commercials on TV. Yet these brands continue to have customers and profits. Now, before you slip into your default story of, but those are rich people and I'm not one of them, I'm going to stop you right there, because that us versus them mentality and viewing yourself as the so-called underdog and them is greedy and selfish. Okay, that attitude is what's keeping you broke or stuck at whatever level you are financially. And it's like this. I, too, used to pride myself on being frugal. Let's just call it what it is, cheap. When the truth is, I was just exercising a fear and a belief that there was never enough money when you needed it. So better not spend it. And this is absolutely something that came from my upbringing, my background. And I've mentioned in earlier episodes that it wasn't that, I grew up poor or in poverty or anything like that, but the messaging that I received, the fact that everything I wanted, the answer was always no. And the response was, we can't afford it or we don't have any money. So that's what I believe to be true about our situation and our circumstances. And so that's what I grew up and believed to be true, period, about money, is that it was never enough of it. It was never around. Nothing really could be afforded. You always wanted to, start at the clearance rack and work your way forward, or not even, if you didn't find it on the clearance rack, you didn't buy it. Or I would go into the store and, fill up the basket with things that I needed and then find an excuse to put everything back and felt like, wow, that was really smart of me, when really it was not, had nothing to do with being smart. It had nothing to do with, being good with money. I wasn't putting a bunch of stuff in the basket that I didn't need, a bunch of frivolous, electronics or whatever. It was things that I needed to actually buy, or things that I wanted, but that were not something that was excessive or, just like spending money just for the sake of spending money. But yet I couldn't even give myself permission to do that. Do you see how crazy that is? But I know that is resonating and landing with you. Some of you, maybe not all of you, but some of you, I know to some degree, have experienced this in your life, to where you have this lack and scarcity relationship with money, that you believe that you don't know when it's coming, how much is coming, and you can't trust that it will continue to come. And all of that fear and all of that lack and scarcity and all of that negative emotion towards money, and even towards people who have it, like wealthy people, is absolutely going to continually serve as a barrier and a block to you ever getting to a place of abundance, to you ever getting to a place to where you feel like what's coming in is far exceeding what's going out. Okay. And so for myself, I know that the only way that I was really able to let go of these beliefs, and please understand me, it's ongoing, because it's like an onion. You peel back one layer and, you move to that next set point, and then you have to move through the next one. But the truth of the matter is, it's only for me through hiring coaches and mentors and doing mindset work and healing, that money trauma, that money messaging and conditioning. Like I said, it was only through that I was actually able to let those beliefs go. It wasn't something that I was able to do on my own, and it wasn't something that I was ever going to even necessarily be able to see, because the truth is, you're probably surrounded by people who share your money story. Let me say that again. You are probably surrounded by people who share your money story, your view on money. They too feel limited. They too are living in lack and scarcity. And so they don't understand wealth consciousness. They don't understand what you're talking about. To them, it doesn't make sense. And so I'm just letting you know that if you're going to shift your mindset around money, you're going to have to do it with someone who is not a part of that way of thinking anymore. Okay? That's key. You got to find someone who's broken out of it and who can show you the way. And so what's interesting is, it's not only that I have done this for myself, but I absolutely, yes, help my clients to do the same and to reach new levels in their businesses and careers. And then, like I said, even though I've done all this work, even though I'm helping other people, I, of course, still have fears, when it comes to money, when it comes to, investing in myself, when it comes to buying certain things. It's just at a different level. Okay. See, I am responsible with money, and I don't allow my fears to keep me from taking action. I exercise my courage by feeling the fear and doing it anyway. I exercise my leadership by taking responsibility for where I am in my life and empowering myself to do whatever it takes to transform into the woman I need to become to reach my goals. Did you hear me? I didn't say to do whatever I need to do to reach my goals. I said, do whatever it takes to transform into the woman I need to become in order to reach my goals. See, got to shift who you are being. You have to step into a new version of yourself, a new identity. Okay. So I'm sharing all of this with you today to say that money is not actually the problem. Fear is the actual real culprit, okay? And it's actually just a feeling. That's why you feel like you don't have any options, or why you have to settle for less or nothing at all. A feeling is not a fact. You always have the power to change your financial situation and circumstances. It starts with what's going on between your ears. Okay? So that's what I have for you today. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Be sure to visit CoachJamila.com, where you'll find the links to connect with me on social media and more information on my private bespoke coaching for Type A high-performing women executives and entrepreneurs.